Right. 5 seconds. Sir Isaac Newton, the extraordinary mathematician whose wonderful and unquestionable genius astonished the world and raised him from obscurity into a position proportionate to his talent, and whose name has the singular power of arousing the enthusiasm of all enthusiastic lovers of original and independent research, was the son of a farmer who was devoted to agriculture and agricultural pursuits. Isaac Newton was always an enthusiast as regards mathematics and was able to astonish those who assembled in his father's house by the imperturbable and impregnable patience he exhibited, and by his skill as a mechanic in the manufacture of mechanical toys. His life was a perpetual study of subjects which are repugnant to most men. He felt no repugnance for them, however, and he was perpetually exercising his intelligence in attempts to reduce the expenditure on energy, to make the forces of nature subservient to man and applicable to every contingency, and to substitute mechanical power for manual labor. It is unquestionably true that the applicability of many of the inventions used by the manufacturer at the present day, though he may not suspect it, is due to the preliminary experiments of Newton. His name is among the highest in the aristocracy of the scientific world. Both the aristocratic statesman and the democratic leader advocating the cause of the democracy owe a debt to the indefeatable labors of Newton. Magnetism and magnetic phenomena attracted him, and we are informed that the simple observation of an apple falling in a perpendicular direction was sufficient to inform him of a universal law. He was the great informer of the world of science. He manufactured no theory without care, and no chancellor of the exchequer could bestow more pains on his budget than Newton bestowed on the statement of a discovery. To the inconsiderate and extravagant individual devoid of sensibility to whom expensive attire and extravagance in living are indispensable, the indescribable simplicity of Newton's life is not intelligible. Indiscriminate expenditure of his revenue was antagonistic to his sensible, well proportioned, and intelligent nature, and intemperance was never suspected in him. Indeed, it found in him an antagonist whose antagonism was proportionate to his enthusiasm for learning. He recognized his responsible position and the responsibility attaching even to his extemporaneous utterances, and not in his most familiar moments, and with those whose friendship and familiarity he prized, would he sanction intemperance. He would superscribe no suspicious recognitions, and though he liked journalism, he did not favor it as an investment. His superscription on any indenture or certificate was sufficient to advertise its genuineness. He never advertised himself at an assembly, and he resented advertisement by others. Isaac Newton, Esquire, was title enough for him, but Queen Anne bestowed on him the honor of knighthood, and certainly his merits were no more than proportionately rewarded. The magnetism of his example and the magnetic influence he exercised were extraordinary. He died in 1725 at the ripe age of 85.